what I would say about the FBA movement, it's no different than the KKK. Meant to divide, meant to separate you, to isolate you, to have you looking at other races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on.
If you are endangering the lives of Black Americans when you compare the FBA to the KKK. Mind you, you said different races. Those people are in a different race. They're the same race as us. They're just different ethnic backgrounds, right? But when you're so angry, you can't think that through.
They called my husband an African booty scratcher. They said that I cannot speak on the foundational Black American movement because I'm married to a booty scratcher.
This is all because people called your husband a tether or African booty scratcher. Which one was it? Regardless, they called him a name. They didn't threaten your life. They didn't threaten his life. And you're comparing Black people to the KKK?
Tasha KKK mad at the FBA because they call her husband a scratcher of the booty. Tasha, come on, girl. We just want to know how Black you are. You blackity black.
Foundational Black Americans and the Ku Klux Klan are not the same. Not historically, not ideology, and not morally. The KKK was built around white supremacy and racial terror, intimidation, and the violent oppression of Black people. Foundational Black Americans are Black Americans whose ancestral roots are tied to the United States and the generations built, fought for, and survived through this country. Yeah, you can disagree with FBA politics. You can even challenge FBA arguments. You can criticize the movement all day long, but comparing the Black American advocacy for their community to an organization historically built to terrorize Black Americans, that comparison is reckless and harmful. Criticism is fair. Debate is fair. Facts are fair. But throwing around KKK comparison because you don't like someone's politics isn't an argument. It's an insult to history. So debate the ideas, challenge the claims, bring evidence, but don't erase history just because the truth makes you uncomfortable. Foundation Black Americans are not the Ku Klux Klan, period.
Going against foundational Black Americans is an irreversible mistake. Watching the video of Tasha K comparing y'all foundational Black Americans to the Triple K, I knew she made a very big mistake that is going to cost her a lot. She's a public figure who should be speaking for the rights of foundational Black Americans. Now, instead of doing that, she's going against her own people, calling them a cult, calling them a group, a movement. It's not a movement. It's not a cult. It's not a group of people. This is a lineage, a well-defined lineage of foundational Black Americans made by more than 55 million of people. And then she come here on internet, misleading people, comparing y'all foundational Black Americans to the Triple Ks. Is she ignorant about what Triple Ks did to these people that she's comparing y'all to? Triple Ks unalived many Black Americans. They were going around many streets of the USA, burning crosses, intimidating y'all Black Americans. And she has the audacity to speak boldly on internet, comparing y'all Black Americans to Triple Ks. This video of Tasha K, it really pissed me off. And I really want us to listen to these other foundational Black Americans reacting to what Tasha K did. And at the end, she's gonna come back begging y'all for forgiveness. The video is for awareness and educational purpose. Let's get into it.
Tasha K, Tether K. I'm gonna make this crystal clear. See, foundational Black Americans, we don't really respect all that gossiping ish that they be doing any damn way, all right? You're not talking about somebody who's coming from an honorable position. There ain't nothing honorable when you're just going around here and you're throwing gossip about people and people's kids, and then you want to come to us and ride some type of high horse. Family, the same individuals who gossip all damn day long about us as a lineage about this rapper, this movie star, this entertainer, when it come to us and try to play like we supposed to follow they suit. Fam, she's nothing but the female Godfrey / Charleston White. It's the same thing. This is the clicks and views era, all right? Will you say anything? They ain't breaking down no economics. They ain't talking about education. They ain't talking about empowerment, okay? You ain't gonna play no games. She gives an apology, still called us members, never once acknowledged us as a lineage, heritage, and culture. Family, somebody not acknowledging foundational Black Americans as a lineage, heritage, and culture is like somebody not calling you by your name.
If you think FBA and KKK is the same thing or in the same category at all, that lets me know that you have no clue what the KKK even was or what they ever did. You have no clue what that group actually represented and what they did in the late 19th century into well into the early 20th century. The horrible acts that they committed, you must not know about any of that stuff. Either that or you might be a little bit slow or maybe a little bit of both. Like some of y'all think that being made fun of or being teased or being called an African booty scratcher or being called some type of name that hurts your feelings, that's the same as being attacked by a terrorist organization, which does not make sense. Like, are you really that weak minded? Like somebody called you a name when you was in the 3rd grade and now all of a sudden you're comparing it to a terrorist group. Like I don't understand. I really just don't get it. I don't see the comparison here. Always talking about you guys are dividing people. It is the division. It is the division. You was dividing people when you came over here talking about how much better than us you are. You was dividing people when you was talking about how lazy we are. You was dividing people when you talked about how we all living off of welfare, living off the government, and how white people gave us everything that we have, and that we would be nothing with if it wasn't for white people basically dragging us out the mud and giving us everything that we have. You were divisive when you said you work so much harder than us and that we're lazy and that we don't want to get jobs because we don't want to work for damn near for free. You was divisive when you said that we don't have any culture while simultaneously cosplaying everything that we do and copying everything that we do and not showing any type of credit or not giving us credit for anything that we've done, making it seem like we just ain't. That's where the division started. So let's not act like a reaction to disrespect is where the division started. Let's be for real. We wasn't never together to begin with.
Tasha K, are you or are you to disrespect and attack Indigenous Peoples of America / FBA? Meaning this is our land, not just our lineage, our culture, our bloodline is in the soil. Our bloodline is the first, okay? That's what it means to be Indigenous People of America / FBAs. Then you had the audacity to compare us to the KKK, which was started by the Democrat Party, saying that we are here to cause division amongst people who look like us. I don't care who the hell they look like. They are not of our people, our lineage, or our bloodline. I said it. Then you're going to have the mid-aided gall to expose your own damn self, saying that you're part Bahamian and Nigerian by way of marriage and children. Girl, you are just like the others. The foreigners. The Zionaires. The anchor babies. You're here to off of our $2 trillion a year and our land. You always bragging about Africa. Carry your. Why you still here? Oh, we know it's because of the land of milk and honey and the chosen people of this land. Me and the other 55 million Indigenous Peoples of America FBAs that's out there. See, the enemy who doesn't like neither one of us, they psyched your ass to get destroyed because they know you need $4 million that your ass ain't got. And you bragging about your husband in Africa so much, why they haven't given you the damn money? And riddle me this, when have you seen our people gather to watch somebody get lynched? When? KKK. And riddle me this, Tasha K, when have you seen our people go burn down churches with children in it? Yeah, tell me, is that us? You said that you comparing us to the KKK, a terrorist organization. But we know this is the rhetoric that your pain masters told you to spew. And then you got to get this work because this is a fight that you don't want and a battle that you will not win. Then you had the audacity to bring up Chicago. First of all, if you were so smart, but we know they say you was in the 9th grade 3 times, you would know that we're not doing that to our own people. Because if we really were doing that to our own people, they probably would have bombed Chicago by now. Okay? So basically, you don't have any integrity to disrespect people who haven't done anything to you. You're just like the others. And now, we, as in FBAs, we see you as an enemy. So whatever happens to you now, you deserve it. And hell no nobody coming on your show to explain what and who we are. We know who the hell we are. You let those people, the Zionaires, whoever paying you, the Democrats, the government, get in your head to tell you lies about us, the people who feed you and subscribe to your channel. You fell for it, you're exposed, and now you're finished.
Everyone is crashing out because delineation is the movement. And when we say delineate, we're delineating from all you mother, right? You weirdos, you race traders, you mother that fucking beat on women and children. We delineating from all you weirdos. We're delineating from. Because being together with y'all, letting the immigrants tether, letting the people that create all these weirdo people, letting them be with us, right, has f***ed us so much. And now everybody's mad that they're getting their card revoked. Everybody's big mad they're getting their card revoked. And I understand. I would be mad too. It's not my fault you're not part of the gang. She said, you guys are all here acting like a gang. Nah. It's a culture. Y'all all getting y'all coat motherfucking checked. You weirdo ass, you anti-black people, you self-hating black, you black people that hate being American, you mother, all of y'all are getting called the motherfuck out.
You can't go against FBA. It sounds ridiculous. Whenever someone says FBA, who are you saying to? Who are you saying you to? This is a lineage. It's not a fan club. It's not a movement. It's not a summer camp. You can't say FBA. You're saying what? 50 million people? We are the second largest ethnicity in America. You can't call 50 million people, the second largest ethnicity in America, divisive. There's no difference from being Jamaican, there's a difference. There's not a difference from being Jamaican, someone claiming to be Puerto Rican, someone claiming to be Mexican, someone claiming to be white. We are a lineage. The only reason that these people think it's some kind of movement or some type of cult is because they see how well we're playing team ball. They see how well we're playing team ball. Boy, Tasha K turned around real quick with that apology. You're not just dissing the out of Cali. You're not just dissing the out of New York. You're dissing everybody. All of us everywhere. You can't speak down on us anymore. See, this used to be the thing. The thing used to be that people were used to seeing us, click up on streets, click up based on what state you're from. It used to be East Coast versus West Coast. Everything used to be regional. Broward County versus Dade County. North Florida versus South Florida. They're used to us being regional. This is the first time that people are seeing Black Americans group up based off of lineage.
A lineage is not a movement, nor is it a group. If somebody wants to say what their lineage is, it's simply that. This is the lack of respect that comes for Black Americans out here. Everybody gets to say, even from within Black America.
We know that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Mm-hmm. So a coon is a foundational Black American that undermines the Black American collective for personal gain. A tether is an Afro-immigrant that undermines the Black American collective for personal gain. That is it. It's really that simple, family. See,
A lot of you guys think that if somebody call you a tether, that's a blanket statement and that's all Africans, all Caribbeans. No. That's an African or Caribbean person that comes into the community and undermines, right? Basically foundational black Americans and what we need done. You came into our group, right? You're using the vehicle for your own personal gain. That person is a tether. Byron Donald, for an example, tether. He's speaking for foundational black Americans and he's Caribbean. You can't do that. That's all that is. A coon is a foundational black American that undermines the plot for his own personal gain. That's it, man. Class will be continued tomorrow.
I am
Yes, ma'am.
very disappointed in you. I've
Oh,
been watching you for years. In fact, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, you're the reason why I actually expanded my brand and have a business. It wouldn't be the type of business.
I'm glad that I could plant a seed like that.
Yes, but
So what are you
and I always
disappointed in me about? What
yeah,
opinion?
I can't defend you now. I always defend you when it comes to them trans women because they ain't gonna come for
All right,
you.
but what is your,
Okay,
because
yeah,
right now you're not even
the
asking,
FBA
you're
movement.
just
I was
FBA. Did I say first of all,
mhm.
First of all, it was the FBA movement that asked me a question.
Well, it
Knowing,
couldn't have been if it's
knowing,
FBA is
yes.
50 million people.
The sellouts are only getting bolder, and black Americans better wake the hell up because this is how we keep on losing things. We only in this country right now because of our cousins in Africa selling us out for whiskey and wine. The only reason why we don't have a Black Panther Party or these revolutionary movements that should have progressed right now to major institutions are because of sellouts. The COINTEL programs came in and sellouts were used to destroy us. And here it is in 2026. The sellouts are just out in the open now. They ain't even sneaking. You got Tasha K, who was bold enough to equate my ancestors, the foundational black Americans, to the KKK, a terroristic organization that burnt black folks out of houses and homes, hung black women and men and children from trees. And this sellout had the nerve with her whole damn chest to equate us to the KKK. And you ain't that damn ignorant, girl. I know the Florida school system ain't that great down there, but I know y'all know about the KKK. Because she's married to an African man, she don't give a F about us. She doesn't give a F about the 400 plus years that we were terrorized legally. Let me tell you something about slavery. The things that we hear about slavery are atrocious, but we don't hear about how our men were getting raped by their men. The world is perverted. Think about what the slaves endured under this perverted ass world. You don't think children and men were being sexually assaulted? This is why black Americans have to start delineating more. We have to delineate. We have to separate ourselves from a lot of these people because as soon as they go marry someone, all of a sudden everything that we went through is minimized. Don't mean shit anymore. We just like the KKK, straight sellouts. We need to start putting a list together and we need to stop supporting these sellouts. They are just as harmful, just as hazardous as any redneck walking the street. They just as damn dangerous, if not more, because they will sit with them rednecks and will talk horrible about us and make them people think that the stereotypes that they have about us are true about us because a black sellout said it. Have a good day.
To anybody that felt offended by me referring to FBA as the KKK, to anybody that I've offended, I didn't mean to offend you. I don't do that. I want any and everybody to be up in here having a good time. Lately, on social media, given the Nolan Wells situation, I mean, just any and everything that has to do with our culture, our people, blacks as a whole, for some reason, I have been dragged into these conversations. So yesterday's show, had me fired up because to refer to my family, and I get it, everybody has, they say any and everything about my family, but to see, I guess, them say that I don't somehow care about my people because I married an African man. To refer to me and my platform or my husband as booty scratcher. Now he laughed about it. It's fine, but for me, I don't know, that hit different because I got a son, and to see our own black people like. That's cool. That's cool. So here's the thing. And everybody's entitled. But here's the thing. I didn't have to react that way because at the end of the day, when I get up here, whether I make $1 or not, and I was unmonetized on this platform for a long time. To anybody that felt offended by me referring to FBA as the KKK, I wholeheartedly apologize. All I saw was divisiveness, and I saw a group of people attacking me, attacking my family. So I attacked back. So I'm grateful to my winos that are on the app that are educating me, that are emailing me, that are apologizing for, I guess, the few bad actors that are out there. But when you do Google it, that's all that comes up. Divisiveness. I don't know who's representing y'all's lineage or our lineage because I'm from America. I was born here. My mom was born here. One thing that bothers me is when I see black on black like racism. I'm completely ignorant when it comes to this movement. I just know how I felt when I was attacked, when my family was attacked, and I decided to just, here we go. I will lend my platform on Sunday. I want the people that y'all listen to, if they are true educators in this FBA lineage, I want to talk to them. There are a lot of people that are just like me that are confused, generally confused about what this is. Please email me, unwindwithtasha@gmail.com. Let me know who are your teachers when it comes to the FBA lineage. If it's a great thing, I would love to open up my platform to educate more about it.
No, we don't want any more apologies. Stop it. Just take this L and KO to Africa some damn where. I said what I said.
All right, brothers and sisters, you've heard from Black American brothers and sisters. They're all putting out their opinions on this incident of Tasha K comparing her own people to triple Ks. First of all, that was very wrong. Secondly, I am also going to admit it that it is wrong to call these migrants booty scratchers. I know many of you, when you're doing it, you don't have bad intentions. You're just teasing them and teasing the part of your culture. But what you have to understand is that these people, these migrants, don't have the same culture as yours. And that is why when you call them African booty scratchers, they get mad. Yes, they get mad. And my advice to y'all Black Americans is not to call them African booty scratchers. Tasha K comparing her own people to triple Ks just because her husband was named African booty scratcher, that was also very wrong. Because that small mistake cannot make you coming for your own people, insulting your own people. Tasha K, I'm talking to you. That was wrong. I didn't hear you talking about how some of these African migrants call Black Americans akatas. And akata is equivalent to a slur. It is a slur that is mostly used by Nigerians, insulting foundational Black Americans. I have liked the way many of your Black Americans have now understood your history, you understand your lineage, you are now on point. You know when people are wrong, and you are confident enough to call them out. Shout out to y'all, shout out to everybody, like everybody whose clip was featured in the video. They have all supplied us with very insightful information. And I have started to realize that many young Black Americans now understand their lineage, they understand who they are. They're now becoming confident enough to come out on social medias and teach and help others to learn. In the past, we used to hear people saying like what Tasha K said and they were not being called out. But at this time, in 2026, it is very hard to mislead foundational Black Americans. It is very hard to feed them with misinformation because many of them went to school, they have studied their history, they know who they are, many of them read books, they inform themselves about their culture, they watch videos like this, they literally supply them with important information about their lineage. Thirdly, now we are having many educators, many scholars in the foundational Black American community who are constantly teaching their own about the truth of their lineage. And that is why I'm telling y'all Black Americans, congratulations. Because it is obvious that you cannot easily be misled. Another point that I want to raise on this issue of Tasha K is how she betrayed herself. Yes, she betrayed herself because she knew that she's being fed by y'all Black Americans. She is an influencer, she's a content creator, and her opposing the same people who feed her was a very big mistake. Now she has started losing subscribers, she has started losing followers on her Instagram. She's facing the consequences of the mistake, a big mistake that she has made. And that is why she came out apologizing to all Black Americans. But Black Americans are not accepting these apologies because they're not coming from the place of regret. They're not coming from her understanding that she was wrong. What she's actually doing is to try to protect her gains. I didn't hear her specifying that Black American is a lineage. Many Black Americans did not accept her apologies. And what they are asking her is to draft a formal apology, admitting the mistakes that she has done, mentioning how she will not do it again, and then asking Black Americans to forgive her. That is very simple. If she really wants to protect her gains, that is what she has to do. And this is going to teach a lesson to many of y'all Black Americans who are out there misleading your own people, preventing them from learning their history, preventing them from unlearning some of the myths that they were fed in the past. Because it is obvious that many Black Americans are still misinformed. They were fed with wrong information. But if we keep seeing people like her, people like Tasha K, it will be hard to get all of these Black Americans out of that cage of misinformation. And shout out to every one of y'all Black Americans who have been consistently making videos teaching your own people about the history, about the culture, about your lineage. Shout out to you. And shout out to all viewers who have been consistently coming back here to watch my videos. May God bless you. Let me know what you think about that interview of Tasha K comparing y'all Black Americans to the Triple K. How can you call her out? Just say it down there in the comment section. If you find this one interesting, make sure you hit on the like button, drop your opinions in the comment section, and subscribe for the future interesting episodes. Mr. TA, your African brother signing off. Ciao.